Hello. I'm going to talk about the default and foreclosure process. Sadly, for a percentage of our owner financing sales, buyers decide to stop making payments and we have to take back properties. Sometimes they're just late, or sometimes they're really late and we have to send them out default letters, and then they start making payments again. But oftentimes we just end up taking back the property. So first, let's look at the land sale contract. This is the agreement we established with all of our owner financing buyers. And here looks like paragraph 8 kind of outlines the terms. The buyer's in default if their monthly payment is late by 35 days. We then give them 30 days to make that payment and bring their balance current. If they have not done that within 30 days, then the property is foreclosed. So we will send out a default letter at 35 days, and we will send out a foreclosure notice at 30 days. And once it's foreclosed, it's no longer theirs. We don't have to go to court. We don't need a judge to do anything. We just take back the property and start marketing it again. I should also mention that at 15 days past the due date of their monthly payment, it is considered late, and a late fee of $10. Currently it's $10. I'm thinking about upping that amount. But the late fee is assessed at 15 days. So they get a 15-day grace period before they have to pay a late fee, which is pretty generous in my opinion. So what do we do when 35 days goes by and we haven't received that monthly payment? We need to send out the default letter. First of all, we will get a notice that shows up in the My Podio tasks in Trello here. We'll get a notice that the buyer is in default. Currently that notice is not working, but I'm going to get it fixed. So in the future you will look here and you'll be notified when someone is in default. So when you see that notice, you'll go over to Podio, to the sales app, okay, and you'll find the sale. I'm going to use test sale, and you will scroll to the bottom. When we created the sale, we already put in the land agreement title, land agreement date. It looks like I've already put in some numbers here. We'll put in the date of delinquency, so whatever date they were 35 days past due, put that in there. Date of default letter might be the same as date of delinquency, probably a few days later. Amount of delinquency, you just have to figure that out. Go on to zimplemoney.com and see how much they owe. And then we go here, and there's some instructions there in the help text. Says select letter type, then select send letter to have letter mailed by LOB. So we'll select default. I'm going to unselect that and then reselect send letter. Now LOB, which is the mailing service we're using, should send out that letter. Let's go over to LOB. It's just lob.com. Now you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to show you how it works. I probably haven't given you the LOB sign-in information. Okay, toggle to live environment. Go to letters. And looks like it didn't create a letter yet, but it should. Like I said, you don't really have to worry about this. I just wanted to show you how that works. Over here in the activity column, it should show when something happened in LOB, like this has happened previously for this item. Let's see. Yeah, see here it says request to create default letter has been sent to LOB. So that should show up down here. Oh, it did. My bad, it just happened. Okay, so this is at the bottom of the activity column, so it just happened in LOB. Let's go over to LOB. Well, darn it, I don't see it. Okay, still hasn't happened in LOB. That's okay. So let's not worry about that. So that's how you send out the default letter. To send out the foreclosure letter, let's see what the help text says. When changed to foreclosure, task created to unwind defaulted note. Currently we are not using that system. Oops, I'm going to have to eliminate that. Currently we are not using the system because we are using it. Okay, in any event, when it's time to foreclose, you're going to hit foreclosure, and unselect that, and then reselect send letter. Okay, and that should send out the foreclosure letter via LOB. Oh, and we should have also entered in the date of the foreclosure letter here before we did what I just did. Let's go back to LOB and see if anything happened there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's our letters, September 10th. View letter. Okay, so that's what a default letter looks like, and this is going to get mailed out automatically. And let's look at that one. Is that the foreclosure letter, or did I create the default letter twice? Oh, it looks like I created the default letter twice. In any event, the foreclosure letter should get generated here in LOB very shortly and get automatically mailed out. Now, when we defaulted, we needed to change stage to defaulted. Very important. Okay, that's going to create some tasks that will remind us to send out the foreclosure letter. Let's see here. And then after we foreclose, we will change the stage to property recovered following default. All right, so that is the procedure for defaulting and foreclosing on a property. Sometimes we'll default and then they'll pay, and then we'll just change the status back to, let's see, where was it? It would have been loan accepted by buyer is where it previously was. So we'll go from defaulted back to loan accepted by buyer. So hopefully that all made sense. It's pretty slick. At some point I need to create a system that will generate emails as well as letters, because it's good to contact them through multiple channels. Thank you very much.